To answer about the video that was taking, I do think it's odd. I'm not trying to like say that the person that took the video did something to her, but I do think that they should come up and say something to the family. I mean, we have tried to be so nice with them and understanding. Some people, they videotape everything and just had happened to videotape her, or they're just, because I have family members that they videotape everything. And I can understand that perspective of it, but I don't really understand why they don't want to come up to the family and talk. That to me is a little weird, because if it were me taking a video and I know someone is still looking for their family members and they've asked politely so many times to talk to me, I would talk to them. I mean, give that family that peace of mind. So I think it's a little odd, but at the same time, I don't think it's odd. I just think it's odd that they don't want to talk to us.
Yeah. And let me see. So Cecilia is Paola's cousin. Someone asked, "Are you related?" Yes, she is.
Yes, I'm her cousin. She worked at a lawyer's office, or the person.
There's Bullhorn.
Oh, my aunt. Sorry, I'm still trying to open up everything.
I don't think the ex-boyfriend had anything to do with her missing, but I never say that. I feel like everyone is suspicious until proven they're not, in my opinion.
And I have the
Sorry, I'm answering comments, Olivia.
Oh yeah, you're good.
Did a lot of people know where she was going to be that day? A lot of us knew that she was going to meet up with her mom and her sister that day. Actually, Andrea's vacuum was messed up, and Paola actually had her robot vacuum in the car because she was going to bring it to her sister that day when we found her car. So we knew that fact, but Paola was very random. Like, I felt like she would have been like, oh, I was going to go to my sister's house, but I'm going to go to Wakaiba before I go, which it wasn't abnormal for her. No, ask me questions. I mean, I know I've answered these a million times, but I really do want to answer people's questions. I want you guys to get to know who she was, and I really want for this to go out. Yes, I am related to her. I do not think she got eaten by an alligator. There has never been an alligator attack where no one's body shows up.
They also did DNA testing of the river, only for about 1.5 miles, but there was some DNA testing done and it didn't show anything.
Oh, you have someone on YouTube saying, Miss Olivia, I have family members that could use your assistance. I was wondering how much the team charged Paola's family.
Oh.
The police should have the video's person's info. The police does have the person's
I will answer that question. We've charged $0.
Yeah,
I wasn't going to answer that because that's up to you guys' discretion, but they did not charge us. But I wasn't going to answer that. I was going to let you all answer that. That's why I read it out loud.
And you can attest to that being a fact, right?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. These girls literally do it from the bottom of their heart. They are the sweetest. So is Jonathan. So is Vanessa. Vanessa's kind of become my friend at this point. So is Olivia.
People know her online as Caribbean Kool-Aid.
Oh yeah, what is it? Caribbean Kool-Aid. Yeah. I think she said she was gonna come on, so maybe she'll be here.
Oh, nice.
How did she come up missing? Like, what's the story? Dang, it's like there's so many comments. I'm like reading little by little. We're gonna explain kind of what's the story now. I think that they're getting like set up. I haven't seen the video yet. The video was put out when she first went missing.
Tell me when to play it.
You have the video. Oh, yeah. So shall we play the video? Yeah, let's do that. Now, thank you so much.
Thank you, Sandy. You're so cute.
No. I don't know if I can get any bigger than this.
Yes, Paola used to go to that river all the time. That girl would literally go everywhere. She was
Yeah.
super adventurous. She would go to the beach, the river. It was very normal for her. I actually would go to the river with her all the time as kids. We used to do it all the time. I actually saw Paola the last time around this time.
And she loved nature, right? That's what you'd mentioned, that she
Yeah.
loved outdoors.
And
And
you know
this
what's
was
crazy
normal
too?
for
That like she was the type of person, she would get in the water for like 5 minutes and get back out. I don't know if Andrea ever said that to you.
in the river, like that she would go in and out, or like the
Yeah, like any body of water, like she
Yeah.
would go in, like she wouldn't stay hours in the water. That's not like her.
And also, like, I mean, we were
Oh,
there this
someone
weekend.
says the bottom picture does not look like her. The bottom
Oh, yeah.
picture is actually another girl. Her name is Victoria Gonzalez. I have became kind of close to her dad throughout this process. We've been mutually supporting each other and the families. So we've been kind of putting both of the girls' story out there. I can talk about it a little bit if you guys want to know more about her story. She's a 14-year-old.
Yeah, she went missing from school. She just walked out with some friends after school was over. And that was
When
it.
did you guys realize Paola was missing? We realized immediately because she wasn't answering her phone. That girl would answer the phone all the time.
So what I'll do is I'll ask you the questions in the chat so you don't have to bounce back and forth.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Okay, give me just a second. Let me see what all you've answered so far. And I just want to thank you, by the way. I know that you and your family are going through so much over this. Was she kidnapped from the parking lot?
Was she kidnapped from the parking lot? I have no clue, but I think so, in my opinion.
The fact that she left her phone in there was very unusual, and with the car unlocked, keys in the car too, and it's a 2-mile walk.
Yeah, that was abnormal. When we were kids, we used to like, if we were to get in the water, let's say we didn't want to bring our belongings, we would at least to leave the keys like hidden somewhere outside of the car, not inside of the car. So that was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Was she swimming or looking for rocks or anything of that nature?
I don't know. What it seemed like, it's crazy because now I see the video completely different than I used to see it before.
How so? Like, how do you see it different?
Now that I saw, so basically we wanted to do this live to talk about what do you guys see in the video of her swimming in the water. So recently, actually, so I'm gonna be kind of get a little personal here. So since Paola has been missing and just kind of everything in life, it's kind of sucked. And I felt a little shaken with my relationship with God. Kind of like, where are you? Why aren't you here? For those of you that are Christian, I don't know if you guys can relate, but I was kind of like, I didn't really know how I felt. And like, I really felt this Sunday to go to church. Like, I was like, I need to go to church. I need to go to church. I need to go to church. Well, one of my best friends, she's very like into church and stuff, and she had an event going on. She invited me, so I went. And actually, like, for the first 30 minutes of like before sermon, they had like a prayer, like kind of like to like just pray of like, you know, whatever you need to pray about. So I started to pray really hard, and I kind of felt really depleted on Sunday because I kind of had some leads on things about Paola, and none of them were really real. So I felt kind of like depleted, like, my God, like I feel like I'm one step closer and then I'm 5 steps behind. Like, I just not getting anywhere. And I felt so frustrated. And I was praying and I was like, God, please, like, give me something. Like, show me something that I've never seen before. Like, I don't care what it is, even if it's small. I just need something so I can like go after it. And after like I stopped praying, we kind of took a break, and I had just gone on TikTok, and there's a comment on Olivia's TikTok of this girl saying, "Does anybody see the man in the video?" And I'm like, in my head, like, who is this girl? What is she talking about? She's crazy, because this video has been put out like for 7 months, and I had never seen anything. Like I would look at it, but I wasn't looking into it. And when I go, I kept replaying the video until I saw it. I saw, in my opinion, a man on a log telling her to come on. And at first, like, when you see the video, you just see her kind of walking. And she's kind of looking up, then she kind of looks down to like fix, I guess, like her dress or whatever she had on. And she looks back up and keeps walking. But this time, when I saw the man, I actually realized that she was speaking to him. And I'm like, am I crazy? Am I like seeing stuff at this point? But like, it felt like she was like kind of talking to someone back and forth. And it was crazy because on the event that we had on Saturday, I said that. I said either she was running towards something or she was running away from something, because she seemed like she was heading somewhere. So, in my opinion, now that I see the video, I can literally not unsee the man that I saw. I feel like she was talking to someone, and that person was either telling her to like go this way, but she was definitely talking to someone on the other side.
Yeah, that is so like, I wish we could zoom in even more, but it's also strange. Like, I wish we could see what happened before this moment. I'm not sure if this video is cut, like if the person who took this video cropped the video, but I wonder how even deeper she went into the river, and before that, like where she had walked in, and if there's just so many unanswered, questions.
Remember how we thought that she was shoulder deep in water? She wasn't. She actually dipped down in the water and stood back up.
You're right. Because when we looked, because we were in the river, we went there this weekend, for standing, and it wasn't that deep. So yeah, you're right. She was cooling off in the water there.
See, she just stood up.
And also the audio. This is the original video, and this is the first time that I heard like the audio in the background, because the other videos on YouTube don't have the audio, and it's just silence. But
like, okay, if you see that point where she's like her dress looks like it's lifting, and like, this is what, girl, I'm telling you, I've watched this video like 150 times. Her dress goes up, she's lowering it. Which, think about it, why are you gonna lower your dress? Like, girl, if I don't feel like nobody's behind me or around me, I'm not gonna lower my dress. I don't care if my butt shows. My opinion. She lowers her dress, and like she looks down to lower it, and then she like looks up and like starts to go like this, like if she's talking.
Yeah, it kind of looks like that. Wait,
I don't know if you guys noticed that, but I'm like, if nobody sees him, they'll see that, because
I noticed that too at the very end.
Like, look, she gets up, she's fixing her dress. There's no way to zoom in.
Not from the way it's downloaded right now. It'd take me too long to try to.
Is that the video that Olivia sent you?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see if I can zoom it in. Hold on, let me try something. Oh, can you pause it like kind of like 8 seconds in, Andra? Like,
yeah,
pause it right when like there. So where that log is sticking out towards the,
Right here.
yeah, like up a little bit more, that's kind of where you saw the crouching, what you think was a crouching man, right, Cecilia? Like up in that area.
No, go a little up. Up. Right there.
Right there.
That's his arm. And she's looking right at him, if you kind of notice. If you angle her, like her, like, I feel like she's looking at someone in there.
Yeah, it could be possible. I wonder if anyone else sees. I'm curious. And I'm probably Diana. Hi, Diana.
Hi, Diana. I wish I
Hi.
had a way to put a mark on here.
Actually, I did find out who took the video, but I can't say, but I don't really know who it is. So I actually had someone that I talked to today at my job that actually knows the park in and out.
Mm-hmm.
And they did say the person's name. I'm sorry, I'm trying to be so careful right now. And so I kind of know, and I kind of know a little bit about the person. So that kind of gave me, like, kind of made me feel a little calm. But I obviously can't say nothing because their right to stay anonymous is their right. But I would love to go to that park to find this person and talk to them. But, you know, I'm not trying to be crazy, but I really want to, because I would love to talk to that person and see what they know.
Exactly, because that could be a big break. That could be the break that we need for the case, because every detail matters.
Do you know if they talk to the police anymore? You know, about what
So
they
the last time that we had the police try to talk to the person that videotaped, they said, "I told you all I know. I'm not answering any more questions."
That's a little harsh.
Yeah, very harsh.
Yeah,
a little odd. So one of the questions is, why wouldn't the person filming her yell something at her attention? You know, but I guess we'll never know because they've made their statement and won't say anymore.
Yeah, I don't know.
All I know is that that person would go to the park like almost every day.
Mm-hmm.
And that person knows the park very, very well.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And that person lives very close to the park. That's all I'm gonna say. That's what I found out today.
I feel like they know.
Mean, it was so crazy because, like, lately some weird stuff has been, like, happening to me, because I was not even planning to talk about this person, about my cousin. Actually, this person had a mental breakdown in front of me, and I was just kind of, like, hearing them out and, like, talking to them. And I literally was like, you know, I've been going through a lot too myself, with, like, everything in my life, but, like, also because I've been, like, basically very, like, kind of like in charge of what's been going on with Paola. And he was like, "Who's your cousin?" And I was like, "Paola." And he started to cry, like, really hard. And I was
This
like,
is the same person that filmed her?
No, it's not the same person that filmed her.
Okay.
No. That person that I spoke to today was actually, like, somewhere else, and he was like, "I feel so bad every time I see your cousin, because I go there every day, and I felt like if I would have seen her, I would have said something. I would have, like, basically saved her from a situation, because I'm very, like, careful with the women that are hiking." And yeah, so, like, we had, like, a moment, but that person told me about the person that videotaped.
Okay. What can you, without disclosing who they are, can you elaborate on maybe their personality?
You know, so this person
that they gave you some kind of comfort or more nervousness?
To me, like if they gave me more comfort and nervousness, it
Well,
was more comforting because it was just a very nonchalant conversation. Like, you know what I'm saying?
mhm.
Like you're at the grocery store and you're just like, and then that person knows you actually, but they don't know you. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't recognize you until you say it. So, this person actually went through a lot recently. They supposedly wanted, not supposedly, I really felt genuine, like from that person that spoke to me today, that they wanted to get in touch with us to search, but they actually had a really bad accident. And I don't know if I should say all of this stuff, but they had like a near death experience where that person was gonna die, and that person's kind of going through that. So today, when they saw me, I was kind of explaining something to them that had nothing to do with anything, and they they told me, like, we had that conversation.
Mm-hmm. Well, then that is a big detail. The fact that this person is really familiar with
But
the
this
park.
person did tell me that the person that filmed her is someone that um is not bad, is very known in the community, and wouldn't do anything to harm her in any way,
Mm-hmm.
which made me feel better. Because
Yeah.
even though I don't know who that person is, and I might never know, I mean, that person might never come to talk to us, it kind of gave me some type of like tranquility, like, okay,
Yeah.
this person is being very honest. I can tell in his eyes that he's being very honest with me, and he's being very what is it called, vulnerable with me.
Mm-hmm.
And it just felt genuine. So I felt like, God does things in a very mysterious way to give you some peace of mind, and I felt like that was a peace of mind that we kind of all wanted. So if
Mm-hmm.
that person doesn't come up and talk, which even though I know all of that information, I really do want that person to talk, because we do still have questions, but it did kind of give me a peace of mind.
That's such a crazy coincidence. Like, what are the
Crazy.
odds
Crazy.
that you'd meet someone who knew the person that took this video? That is.
Sorry, I'm gonna respond to someone that said something in the comments. The person filming her and the person who cried, were they together that day, or did they see each other that day? No, that person was with their significant other. Sorry, I'm trying to be so careful because I don't want to get like, because
Yeah.
I wasn't even supposed to share that, but I just decided to share it last minute. They were not together, or they didn't see each other that day. I guess that was when the person that cried to me today, found out that she was um, missing. They kind of reached out to everybody that they know that goes there commonly, and
Mm-hmm.
I guess like it's a community of people that go to that park, and they kind of like know each other. They know the rangers. They know everyone in the park.
Yeah.
So I guess they were all trying to come help, but they didn't really know when they were gonna do the searches. So there was a lot of misinformation, and there was a lot of confusion when this first started happening. But like I always say, there is no code of conduct of what to do when someone goes missing.
Mm-hmm.
So, you
So,
don't really know when's like how people react until it happens.
right.
Even though I don't wish that on anybody.
Can you
Yeah.
explain what Paola was doing in the picture in the water? Too small to see, somebody said. Does one of you guys would like to answer that, or I can? It doesn't matter.
What was she? What?
Somebody stated that they can't. Can you explain what Paola was doing in the picture in the water? It was too small for them to see.
So what it seemed like is that she got in the water and was walking towards the riverbank, And that's really what you see. But now that I saw the man in the video, it seemed like they were like kind of heading towards something. So what the guy I what okay, let's skip because I can't say it now.
That's okay. Oh, Andra, I sent you a zoomed in screenshot to your email, and you can put it on the screen.
Okay.
Hands.
Look, there is a movement like up in the trees I just saw after a few times of watching. So I rewatched that. It looked like the person was trying to get on a log. I still see the person trying to get her out from the lake on the video. Okay, thank you. I'm not crazy. Did Paola go to the park often? Yes, she did go to the park often.
At first, like back in January when we did a search for her, we thought maybe she'd gotten lost, but honestly, because she knows.
Okay, so I'm so sorry, Olivia, not to
Oh,
but
no,
this
no,
girl just literally said what I see. There's someone across from her, you can see the face. They're in dark clothes. That's literally what I see. Yeah, definitely not a coincidence. He needs to be investigated. Who needs to be investigated? Try a magnifying glass. I'm using a loop and you can see her adjust her dress or shirt. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, why would you adjust your dress or your shirt if you feel like no one's watching you or no one's around you? So she was obviously aware that someone was watching her. She was around people. This video, oh, look, Olivia, that's the girl that commented on the TikTok.
Oh, what a small world. Hi,
I responded to your comment. You're supposed to message me. Yes, your comment was the one that literally made me watch it like 100 times.
Olivia, if you want to share my screen. And also, who takes care of Paola's dog?
Right now, her mom.
Has she ever talked about stalkers in the past?
No. No, Paola was kind of like a low-key person. Like, if nobody knows what low-key means, that means like someone that's very like private. She doesn't have like a big group of friends. She has a little small circle of friends, and she hangs out a lot with her best friend and then her sister and her mom.
Mm-hmm.
And then like her family members, like her aunts, her uncles, and her cousins. She was very like family oriented.
And what about any kind of social media? Have you guys been able to get into any of her social media accounts?
The only thing I was able to get into was her Snapchat, which she didn't have nothing on.
Right.
So that was frustrating. But I've tried a million times to get on her Facebook. I've tried a million times to get on her Instagram, and I cannot get in.
Mm-hmm. And this might be for Olivia and or Cecilia. She parked 2 miles away and walked. Just if somebody wants to explain that to the audience.
So her phone. Oh, another thing. And
they're asking. Okay, so she parked 2 miles away and walked? Question mark.
Yeah, it was 1.7 miles to be exact, but basically 2 miles. And personally, I don't know if I would walk without my phone there. Like, Cecilia, what do you think that she would have had her phone with her?
I feel like the only reason that she wouldn't walk in with her phone was because she knew she was getting in the water, which was very relevant to me because she brought a towel and she brought food that day. So she had plans to get in the water for sure.
Yeah.
But like that, like the whole she walked without shoes, I don't believe that. And her sandals were dirty when we got to the car and saw it. Her sandals were full of sand.
And there's a bunch of roots on the trail. I tried to walk barefoot for a little bit, and we were all like tripping over roots and stuff. There's no way she walked 2 miles.
No.
Barefoot.
No.
I'm going to
I
ask.
mean, like, it's not impossible, but I don't think she did. Especially, like, you know how, like, in the parking lot, like, that old concrete that you have that's, like, kind of, like, rocky?
Yeah, the gravel.
Nobody's gonna walk in
Yeah.
that.
In
Like,
this.
maybe on a sidewalk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the trail back there is a lot worse, in my opinion, when you get further back past the sand.
But you know what? The person that I spoke to today told me that nobody really goes off the trail in the water like that. And so he said that he felt like someone was there with her.
Mm.
Does she know this river / park really well?
From what I know, she knows Rock Springs pretty well. And she knew the other side, but I don't know if she knew Otter Camp like that.
Uh-huh.
And here's another question, and this was similar to one that I think I already asked you about, but obviously the audience hasn't heard it. And was there a convenience store video of Paola getting into a man's car, being forced, maybe, or am I confusing this with another case?
No, that is the same case. So supposedly there was a video saying that she got forced in the car. It was at a doctor's office. Behind there, there's like a lot of homeless people and a lot of crazy stuff that happened back there that I don't know if I should say all of that, but to be honest, that's what was said. But when we went and checked the surveillance, we didn't see her in the surveillance. That person confused her with someone else. That's happened to us so many times.
Mm-hmm.
Did she talk about bringing anyone with her, any dates with men, etc.? Question mark.
No.
Let's see other.
So we have a Diana. She says,
Mhm.
"Hello, I'm Justin. I'm one of Paula's aunts. I've been looking for her as well everywhere. Please
Yeah.
don't. Sorry, don't say my name public. Hopefully, she's on the screen. Sorry,
But she said it like we're all reading the comments.
yeah, I sorry about that.
Someone said, I'm kind of shocked she was in the water. Looks like croc country. Interesting. So we went in the water in the river. I don't know if you guys saw the video, but when we were there was no alligators at all. I'm not saying there was no alligators there.
No.
There are alligators.
And the person that I spoke to today, sorry not to interrupt you, he's like they told me that he rarely sees alligators where she went in.
Mm-hmm.
And I've met a couple of people, like a couple of patients that tell me the same thing. Like they go hiking a lot in that area, and they told me that they don't see alligators there.
Yeah.
And even Betty, you did like an interview with someone that said that he was like, oh yeah, she got eaten by a gator, but then you're like, but do you see gators in there? And then he's like, no, I haven't seen one, but
hey, I asked. I put them all out there. I put all the interviews out there as long as they don't, affect the integrity of the investigation.
From what I know about alligators, they don't eat entire bodies like that. Like they don't.
There would have been something left behind. Something.
They'll eat a bunny. They'll eat stuff like that, but they won't eat a full human body. They're not that big.
Someone wrote, do you think the guy who filmed the video could be a suspect to Paola Miranda's case?
I don't know.
You don't have to answer. If you don't feel comfortable answering, you can just say so.
I feel like after the conversation I had today, I feel like no. I feel like they don't have anything to do with it. Mm-hmm. But I do feel like they're being quiet for no reason. Like, I don't understand. Why are you being quiet for? So I do feel like they know something more than what they're saying.
I feel for sure 100% because they would have maybe seen her come back. Maybe she literally got out and then just literally walked away. So we would know, okay, she went back to the car then. That small detail is really detrimental, but we'll never know.
Right.
Someone said right, like I doubt she would get in if she saw gators. Has she swam there before? Yeah, she has swum there before, and there really isn't. Oh, sorry. Hold on.
Here we go.
I don't know what happened. That was weird. Wait, you guys see me fine?
Yeah, we see.
That kind of scared me. Was it what happened with the park rangers? Did someone did a background check on them? That's possible. Yes, they did do background checks on them. The private investigator did. The park rangers did
And
say.
remember, guys, DNA testing was done in the water, but for a mile and a half.
The person that says, "Why don't we look through her phone?" Because the police doesn't want to open her phone because they say that it's not criminal. Mm.
And on that same conversation, we get a lot of people on here that tell us all the time to leave it to law enforcement. Let law enforcement handle this. That kind of goes right into that same vein of, why didn't law enforcement open up the phone? Can you tell the audience your experience you've had with an adult missing person case?
How do I say this nicely? Police don't really do much. They don't. They did a 48-hour search of the park and they didn't see a body because that's what they were looking for. And they said that she's probably dead because she couldn't hold on to the weather. It was cold like days after and it was raining and then she wouldn't have survived it. So they did a search of 1.5 miles of the river band when that river band specifically has 9 miles in it. So they didn't really do a search. That's not even half of what the river band is. So I just want to like piece of advice to anyone that's watching. If something as horrible as this is were to happen to you or a family member or someone that you know, please videotape, record everything, take note of everything, and do your own investigation. Nobody is going to do an investigation as better as you will because these people work 9 to 5. They don't care. It was during the holidays. They want to go home to their families and open gifts. They don't care about your family member that's missing. They don't. And that's the reality.
There's a comment in here that says, I'm a Florida native and I just don't believe a gator would attack her and no one hear anything and nothing left behind. That makes no sense. And, I think in my personal experience, we did go out there. I mean, there was no real chest water. And I'm short, we were standing out there in the middle and it came up to probably mid to upper thigh.
Mm-hmm.
And you would think if something was going to get her, you would hear it splashing in the water. Quite, it'd be noticeable, especially as close as these other campers were to film her.
And then what that guy also said, oh, well, gators will drag you down in the water. Like, what water? There's nothing to drag down.
It was,
Yeah,
very shallow. Yeah, it was very
She
shallow.
would have floated. Look, she's not in the park. She's not in the park. Like,
that's the feeling that we had too.
Like the family literally after the police did their boo-boo little whatever search that they did, we literally did so much of that park and they didn't see anything. There was only one spot that we didn't get into, but it was way farther than where she was, and it's where bears are. But bears, they're not gonna drag a human body across miles and miles and miles and miles. They're gonna eat off of it for a little bit and then they're gonna leave it there. It's not realistic.
There would have been something left behind.
Yeah,
Clothing,
something, hair,
DNA, something. And the campers that took the hikers that took the video would have probably heard something maybe she went around this bend and disappeared, and then something happened. Like they would have heard water, a scream, something. But they need to come forward.
Was it normal for her to go alone?
Yes, that she was very adventurous. She is very independent. But you know what? I'm kind of the same way. Like I can't even judge her because I'm very like I'm the type of girl like I'll go book a flight on Friday and go. And my mom will call me and be like, "Where are you?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm in California." I'm very like that. Like I'm very spontaneous and adventurous. And Paola was the same way. But she would always let people know where she was going. Just so happened that day, I guess she didn't think anything of it. And I mean, we knew that she was going to go to her sister's house and her mom's house. I mean, her sister's house, not her mom's house, her sister's house. But she didn't let them know because I guess it was so early in the morning that she was there.
So somebody else asked, well, has a statement. Well, I guess it is a question. She clearly had to go back to her car, right? I mean, her shoes and everything were left there. I mean, what wasn't there besides her? I mean, everything really was in the car.
Everything, her shoes, her towel, the food that she packed.
Was the towel wet or used, like as if
You
she?
know, it's really hard to tell because remember we found the car about the third, fourth day.
But I
Like
mean, normally, like my towels are folded until I use them, and then they're crumpled up.
hers wasn't. That's how I know she got back to the car because think about it. Why would you just, unless you're trying to cover what's in your car, why would you grab your towel and lay it out flat unless you're trying to dry it?
Good point. Very good point.
Yeah.
And that's why I was asking about the towel because I've got towels right now in my
I
car.
thought of every single detail of this case.
Mhm.
I'm like, I thought about every single thing. Like, you have to literally think like you have to think like a kidnapper. You have to think like the person that's missing.
Mm-hmm. And also the fact that it was 3 or 4 days, I think it was 4, that until they reported her car being in the parking lot, because I feel like the rangers every day they drive and see if any cars are overnight, and she didn't have a permit even to stay overnight. So it's strange it took 4 days for them to finally.
So someone said about the bank. So she did do a transaction. She did a deposit, but it was normal for her and her finances because her pet insurance was coming out that day. So she went to deposit the insurance for her pets. So if you're trying to run away, why would you deposit? It would take money.
And she had gone Christmas shopping, like for presents too. It was during Christmas, so.
Where was the towel located?
In her back seat.
Back seat?
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't trying to cover her wallet or keys or anything, or was that where her wallet and stuff was?
No.
Where do you guys recall that her wallet and keys and cell phone were located in the car?
It was in the front of the car, like on the seat.
Okay. And then the towel was stretched out in the back.
And with her gym bag, and then the robot vacuum was in the trunk in a box.
Mm-hmm.
She had sneakers, sandals.
Where were the sneakers and sandals? Do you recall?
The sneakers were normal. Nothing. They didn't have dirt or anything.
But where were they located? In the front seat,
back seat.
Okay.
The fact that her phone and wallet were in the front seat and unlocked is just very strange,
Someone talked about normally park 2 miles away. No, so that trail, how it is you park and then you just walk into
you can't get back there with a car.
Yeah, you can't get back there. You have to walk.
Yeah. Let me see. I wish I could show you guys on Google Maps.
Her sister that knows every single thing about her told me that it wasn't really normal for her to leave her phone behind. No.
Someone in here had a suggestion and said, get a court order to open her phone. Law enforcement is
So
wrong.
we got her mom went to court so she can get power of attorney,
Mm-hmm.
and she was able to get that so she could unlock the phone, and still has had no luck.
Well, then maybe they need a court order specifically to unlock the phone.
They won't give it to her. Trust me. We tried.
Well, what was the purpose of, or what was the reason for that?
Because they say it's not criminal. They
Mhm.
think that either it was an alligator attack or she tried to just leave on her own, like she was trying to run away.
Which is, and she did, just to tell everybody, she had her animals at home, and usually when she leaves, she tells somebody to take care of them. Am I correct about that?
Yeah. So her mom was the one that would take care of her animals. And if she knew she was going to be like gone for a very, very long time, what it seemed like to me that she wanted to like go to the water, the park. Her sister didn't live far from the park, and like see her sister drop off the vacuum and kind of head back home.
Mm-hmm.
By the time her like mom got home, that it was late at night that night to see if she had gotten home.
Mm-hmm.
She saw that her dogs didn't have any food, and then her mom immediately knew that she wasn't home all day since the morning.
Yeah.
Because I think her mom got there at like 11, 12 o'clock at night at her house.
Yeah, I feel like something happened at the parking lot.
I think so too. Mm-hmm. And what sucks is like there's no surveillance throughout any of the park or the streets.
That's a complaint I have for the park is they need to have surveillance for safety.
But it's not even that with that particular park. They have a camera that they refuse to hook up.
I'm sorry. It says if she had her towel with her while swimming, she had to lay the towel down. I would have taken my phone and keys and wrapped it up. But that's the thing. We don't know if she did take her phone and keys at one point. You see what I'm saying?
But it would be highly unlikely for her to leave the car without anything, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Like that's so abnormal.
Mm-hmm.
And it's unlocked, like very like you could just take her stuff.
Yeah. And like not even hide the wallet, in the compartment. She just left it on the seat for someone to just grab.
And the wallet had cash in it, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, that is very suspicious to just leave it there. I don't think she would do that.
So if LE isn't going to do anything with her phone, why don't they give it back so the family can? The sunny days, they do have the phone back in their possession.
Yeah, we do have the phone back, but they disabled it, so we can't get it into it unless Apple gets into it. And Apple said that they can get into it without police, doing anything, but they would have to erase all the information, which makes no sense.
And the police never fingerprinted the car as well. They just contaminated everything, right?
Right.
No fingerprints, nothing.
No, we had actually gotten in touch with a like a team of people, like a forensic science team that does fingerprinting, and they couldn't even like load the information.
Let's see here. Have you brought these new findings in the video to the police's attention? And if so, what do they say now?
No, I haven't. So I'm having a problem with some of my family members seeing what I see. I've had some people see what I see, but some people don't see what I see. Mm-hmm. So I kind of wanted to like see if everybody's seeing what I'm seeing.
Did it appear that she packed food for one person or two people?
It appeared like she brought food for her. She had made us one sandwich, took some crackers, some juices.
Do you think maybe that somebody could have drugged her in any way?
Well, yeah, I think she got kidnapped. So for them to kidnap her, I think they would have drugged her. Because she wouldn't have willingly left.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
And
well,
I feel like
that is
let's say she met someone and willingly left. Why would she leave all her stuff?
right.
mm,
That's bizarre. And why
exactly.
wouldn't she take her car?
Mm-hmm.
And were any bank cards, credit cards, any debit cards that you know of missing out of her wallet at all?
No.
Huh.
No, this
Yeah.
person or whatever happened had no attempt to either take her stuff or she didn't have any attempt to take anything either. If she really left with someone.
Couple that took the video. Yeah, it's just. I wish we knew like how.
It's
far.
crazy because like you can even show me the video from far away and I can't stop seeing the man. Like
Mm.
it's so frustrating. Nobody sees it.
I have a friend, David Eckhart, who he can see things that most people can't see, and I showed this video to him, and he immediately pointed out the man, like the skinny man.
Can you show
And
the messages or is that too much?
I have to like put it together. That's like the next thing I'm gonna. He's actually sending me right now. He's drawing out. He said he saw 3 people, but yeah, he said he saw 3. He said that
Oh,
he.
look, this girl said I saw a person in dark clothes, and when you play the video clip show, you can see the stand up and their face. See, I wasn't able really to see the face yet. It kind of looked like to me he was wearing a black hat. I don't know if you see that. I don't know if I can say her name, Lisa, but I'm gonna say anyways because that was the comment. But I only see the black hat and I see the torso and I see that he's wearing a black shirt and like I think like brown pants. It's so hard to see him because he's so camouflaged.
Yeah, they're camouflaged very well. Yeah.
Yes, right
was the
after
food
she stands
touched?
up, they move. Agreed. Do you see her the arm though, where it's like telling her to come here?
Nice. Buckety. Juliana.
You know what I feel like? This is like the one where it's like the gold dress, red dress, like how some people can see one color. This is like the same thing.
It's the same thing.
But I've been really good at like I can see stuff that like people can't see all the time.
Was food touched in the car?
Was
Was the
what?
food, was the food touched in the car?
No.
Was a foot touch.
Rosemarie says she's new to this case. She hasn't heard what's happening.
See, I see the man like kind of like hanging on the log. It's so weird. I can't believe you guys can see that.
Yeah, I know though. When I see it, I'm not going to be able to unsee it. So Rosemarie, and for others who are just coming in and don't know much about this case, Paola, who is Cecilia's cousin, went missing December 18th of 2021, and this is the last video.
Lisa said to go to where she's starting to stand up. I guess you can see it more evidently.
Andra, maybe could you play the video like again, like to that one part? Bullhorn. Bullhorn.
I think
I
she
wish
stepped
I
out.
could. The next time we go live, I'm gonna have this fixed so that I can like. It
We
won't
should
let
go
me do it
live
this.
soon again.
We
'Cause
need
this is,
to because
I
Well,
feel like I
and
feel
that
like
actually brings me back to I'm gonna have to get off here because I go live early in the morning, and it's already
yeah,
10.
this is way past your bedtime, Andra. You go to bed early. Bullhorn goes to bed super early.
Yeah, and so I would like to offer Cecilia because Olivia goes, she's on later in the evening, but I would love to have you on my channel to kind of give a rundown. Maybe tomorrow's Wednesday, maybe on Friday, like Friday morning, if you're up for it.
see, I can on Friday mornings because I work. Unless it was like extremely early, which no one's gonna be on YouTube. But I get off of work by like 4:35.
How about Saturday morning?
Saturday morning I can do. Yeah, because
You can
I'm
do
off on the
Saturday morning.
weekends.
Well, then
Mhm.
we'll plan on Saturday morning, like around 8:30
Okay, that's fine.
or 9.
Olivia, yeah, yeah, that's
hmm.
fine. I can do that.
Okay.
Just, buddy, do you have my number?
Yes, I do. Yeah, we were communicating.
Oh yeah, yeah, you do. Okay.
Yeah. So I'll reach out to you, but we'll plan on something and we'll do it. You can get in front of some earlier people, and then I'll be able to chat and hang out with you a little bit more. But I go to bed ridiculously early, and Olivia's a night owl, and I'm an early bird.
I go to bed at like 3 in the morning.
Me too. I go to bed and then I'll wake up at like 7 a.m. Like I didn't stay up that long.
Right. And before I go and take this, this flyer down, because once I get off here, it's going to come down. We were talking on Saturday, and you were talking about something that was going on kind of in that area with people that look like your cousin. Can you kind of explain a little bit about that to the audience?
So there was another girl that was actually killed about a month ago, and she looked identical to my cousin. When I tell you identical, like at one point I literally flipped out because I thought it was her, because this person had sent me a video of the girl actually getting killed. Unfortunately, I had to watch that. And I could have sworn when they had the body laid out and she was naked, like from the back, it literally looked like Paola. Like it literally looked like her. I was like, that's Paola. And when I actually went to go investigate, it wasn't her, it was the other girl.
Mm-hmm.
So that is one girl. I feel like a lot of the girls that have gone missing in Central Florida, I don't know if anybody watches Caribbean Kool-Aid. She does a video on all the girls that have gone missing. All of them seem very similar.
Mm-hmm.
All of them. I mean, they have the same height, around the same age, Hispanic, curly hair, all of them. Except I think one girl, but she had like something similar to another girl that had went missing. So I feel like this is something that's happening. I don't know if the same person is abducting these women, but they all have something similar. They leave their car doors open. Some of them leave it with the ignition on, their phone, their wallet, and their car keys in the car. All of them have gone missing the same way.
Yeah. That seems odd to me. I think we need to, pin them on a map and just take a real big, get a real big notice of what's truly going on, because it did sound a little odd, So, anyways, let me pop my face back on here. Cecilia,
Mm-hmm.
I just want to tell you that, I'm really sorry for everything your family's going through. I really am. And I'm sorry that you're dealing with what you're dealing with law enforcement. But as we said before, we're here. We'll help you any way we possibly can.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I want to thank you, ladies, like, because you guys have been like not only but like a moral support, but you guys are like literally awesome people as it is. Like I feel like I've known you both and even Vanessa for years. Like
Yeah.
you guys are, not only are you guys helpful like with when it comes to like social media and getting stories out, but you guys are like one of the most kindest people I know. And I really want to thank you guys, and I'm so appreciative that like you guys were like cross paths with us and were able to help us. We're very grateful.
Yeah, we'll be there. We'll be there no matter what. So, but I'll see
I
you
will
on
see that.
Saturday. Sorry I couldn't stay later, but it's like really getting up there on time. So, all
Yeah, that's fine. I
right,
think
Nice.
guys. I
I
love
think
you.
we,
God bless. Tell your aunt and your family that, just give them a big old hug
God
from me.
bless you.
All right, guys. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye. Olivia, do you want to like go to TikTok? Are
Yeah.
you up for it?
Oh, I'll text you when we get off. Well, I'll call you when we get off, and we'll
Okay.
like. But yeah, I wanted to say again, thank you for coming up on my channel. Sorry I couldn't.
Confirm.
I had all these technical difficulties because this was the first time I went live in like months. I haven't gone live at all, so I'm like rusty and getting back. But yeah, the more people that can talk about Paola, the better.
Yeah, definitely. Now I can go live on TikTok, so I'm definitely gonna try to make it
Yeah,
a point. Like
that'll help a lot.
anybody that wants to follow me, can I put it on the chat, my TikTok?
Yeah. Isn't it like
Did
Sandu?
I
I
just get
have
out
it
of it?
memorized. Wait,
Can you
tell
pull
me
it
what.
up?
This is the thing
Because
is like
every time I get out of it, I feel like I'm gonna knock off the live.
I wish I could share my screen so bad, but it won't. It says it's gonna restart my like computer. Hold on. What is your
It's, I think
Oh
it's
wait.
like la underscore. Let's see if I could peep it. Hold on. Oh God. I hope TikTok.
I
I hope
So guys, if
underscore
you guys
Sandu, SANDUU.
okay, I got it.
I don't know if I could write it in the chat. It won't let me. I mean, if you guys go on Olivia's TikTok, you'll see me because she tags me on her stuff. And I
Yeah.
comment like a crazy woman
Yeah.
on anybody that comments.
So I'm gonna post the original video on my YouTube here so that people can like zoom in and see for themselves if they see anything. And yeah, trying to think of what else.
How many people do we have on here? Do you see them?
It says 91. So we have like around 100 people kind of go in and
Watching.
out. But a lot of people didn't know about her story, so it's good that now they're learning, which is really good.
Koala, I'm gonna follow you back. Or Kayla. I don't even know
My
if I said it right.
girl, she's, oh my god, Mom, I know her. I love her. She's oh hi Pixie. That's so sweet. Yeah. Oh, and the GoFundMe, I have it starred in the chat. But I'm gonna put it on my website actually. The GoFundMe.
Thank you.
I'm gonna put that on my website and link it to my TikTok. Also, we're gonna have future times, right, where you're gonna put out like flyers and stuff.
Yeah.
I want to help out with that, and if anyone here in the chat lives in Florida and wants to
Well,
help,
I know that we just did like kind of like a petition, like basically so people can sign. So we get the case up there. So we've been working on that. So I want to do an event for that to see if we can get people's signatures. Man, it's so hard to get people to come out.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to do. I'm gonna throw a pizza party. People get free pizza and come and help because I swear it's hard.
Here, Kayla, is that how you say your name? You're in St. Pete. That's really close. Yeah. I'm gonna post on.
I'm gonna try to see if I can change up the locations and like do different locations for the event.
Yeah.
I just love that park because it's a community park. It's right next to the park, and
And if I have like a head start, like a week out to promote, then I'm sure we could get more people to know about it. Because it was
Yeah,
last minute when
I
I
know.
knew about it.
So
But
I just want to see like on the chat real quick before we get off. If we do an event where you guys like, would you guys be able to come out and help?
yeah. Kayla. Yeah, I said it right. Okay, awesome. Let me see. So Kayla will come out. That's awesome. But yeah, I'm sure we could get like a good group to hand
Yeah,
out flyers and help.
I'm planning on soon doing protest.
That's another thing we need to talk about. Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
definitely help with that.
like
Bring bring the bullhorns out.
Bullhorn Betty.
Bullhorn Betty. There's one person we need.
I know.
That's
So we'll
bullhorn.
see. I still need to talk about it with the family and see what they say. But I'm bored.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah, you
this
just
out.
let us know what you need and we'll be there.
Alrighty, Olivia. Do you want to do the live tonight on TikTok or so see if they
Ooh,
want to go on? The people that
let's
are in here.
let's I'll call you right after this, but I feel like maybe tomorrow because I'm like I feel like I look greasy and I feel like I look tired and greasy.
No,
Ugh.
if you don't want to do it, we don't have to do it tonight. But I
I think we
mean,
can do it. Wait, what's? Well, I don't know if you want to say your schedule out on here. That's not safe. Just call me. Call me after.
yeah. I mean, I'm like available around like after 5 p.m.
Okay, well that works for me because I have tomorrow's my day off, so I think we should do it then.
Okay, and then kind of promote it so people can stay tuned.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna promote it on my.
So, guys, tomorrow, try to follow Olivia on TikTok. We're gonna do another live, kind of talking about the same thing and seeing like answering questions. And you guys can follow me. I'm planning on doing like TikTok lives to also talk about Paola and see if anybody has questions.
Yeah, the more people that know, the better.
The better.
Yeah, all about exposure too. Diana said, "If you have any questions, we can talk." Also,
Olivia literally works directly with us.
yeah, wait, I'm telling Diana, if you don't have my phone, I'm trying to remember if I have your phone number, but just ask Cecilia, or you can DM me on Instagram. I'll put my Instagram down at Prodzina.
Yeah, guys, my inbox are open if I don't message you on TikTok because TikTok has some weird message requests.
Yeah.
You guys can also follow me on Instagram. I need to put my Instagram on my TikTok. I don't know how to do that for some weird reason.
I'll teach you. And yeah, I think because you have 1,000 followers, like it should let you put like a link in your bio and stuff.
Yeah, right. Did you have to wait for that?
I had to wait, but I forgot how many followers I needed to have for that.
Yeah, because I noticed I tried to put it many times and it wouldn't let me.
But okay, y'all.
Alrighty. Thank
We'll
you
see
guys so much for everybody that's been supporting and everybody that's been commenting and just asking questions and being so polite about it. I mean, we've gotten so many negativity. So I
thank you
appreciate it.
and thank you for coming on.
Yes,
See
anytime. We should do this.
Yeah,
Definitely.
for sure.
Alrighty.
All right, good night,
Thank
everyone.
you. Good night, guys.
Bye.
Bye.